God will increase. God has increased the reward of them. God has made them Prime Minister, President. God will increase the reward of them that endure with patience in the path of God. If anyone revile you or trouble touch you in the path of God, be patient and put your trust in Him. They wanted to serve the society. And the people put obstacles. But they succeeded with the help of God. Because they want to serve the society. If you want to serve the society, ultimately God will help you. So dear children, humble and tolerant, self-disciplined, emotionally stable. Never be flared up. If any teacher says something, or mother or father said something, you just get flared up. No papa, no mommy, no teacher. What is all this? What is all this? Be emotionally stable. Listen to them. Listen carefully. And that is all for your benefit. Learn the art of being noble and law-abiding. Obey the laws or the rules made by your parents at home and the teachers by school, teachers and the principals, the laws and the rules made by the... obey them so that later life, when you enter the society, you will obey the laws made by the society. That is very, very important. So you should be noble and law-abiding. Art of consultation is very, very important. Today, there is a lot of discussions going on here and there. In the assemblies, in the parliament, they discuss. In place of discussion, if we do a consultation, so consultation, best to build greater awareness and transmute it, conjectures into certitude. Because in consultation, it has to be loving, it has to be in a prayerful mood, it has to be for the happiness of God. In consultation, we will put our reasons, our logic, not the force. I said this, not like this. Not the futile arguments, but logic. Give a logic, give a reasons. The people will put reasons and logic, and ultimately the truth will prevail. Ultimately, you will reach to a conclusion which is pleasing to God, and that will be good for you. So, develop the art of consultation in place of decision. Strong willpower to do great things. All these presidents and prime ministers had strong willpower. All the chief justices had a strong willpower to achieve great heights. And with that strong power, they have become the judges, the chief justices. They have become the presidents and the prime ministers who are just sitting with you. You are sitting there, they are sitting here. How they are sitting here? You can also come here if you develop a strong willpower. To develop a strong willpower to achieve great heights, that achievement of great heights should be a sense of pride. If anybody abuses you or slaps you, never bother. Go ahead. Let them do whatever they want to do. Keep on doing, keep on going. Going. A strong willpower. Be a logical temperament. Curious and imaginative, truthful and honest. Education is a continuous and a creative process. Its aim is to develop the capacities which are latent in human nature, which are hidden in the nature of man. It is a bringing out. It is not filling the bucket. It is not a garbage collection center. It is not an information collection center. You collect information and vomit it in the examination. That is not education. Education brings out what is hidden in you. Edison brought the bulb from his mind. Graham Bell brought the telephone from his mind. Madame Marie Curie brought the concept of radium from her mind. Everything has come from the mind of man. Man was born naked. He had no book, he had no teacher, but everything man has got from the mind of man. Physics, chemistry, zoology, botany, language, literature, computer science, railways, everything has come from the mind. Aeroplane, even the alpine, even the pen, everything has come from the mind of man. Even the button, even the ship, everything has come from the mind of man. So man is a mind rich in gems of inestimable value. So remember children, education is a continuous and a creative process. Its aim is to develop the capacities latent in human nature and to coordinate their expression for the enrichment and progress of society by equipping children with material, human and divine knowledge. True education, religious capacities, जो भरी पड़ी, which are hidden in the nature of man. You bring out those capacities. True education, religious capacities, develops analytical abilities, confidence in oneself, willpower and goal-setting competencies, and instills the vision that will enable him to become a self-motivated agent of social change, serving the best interest of the community. So your aim should be to serve, prepare yourself to serve the best interest of the community. Dear children, this bulb is connected to the powerhouse. When connected to the generating system of electric powerhouse, light comes to the bulb. When disconnected from the generating system of electric power, there is no light in it. A child has connected himself to the kingdom of God. This is the kingdom of God where from all the holy books have come, all the revealed books have come. When connected to the entire knowledge generating system of God's revealed words, a child develops the potential to be rational, wise, godly, good, total quality person TQP and total quality manager TQM, like a divine angel, a good human being is a blessing for human society. But if this wire is broken, what can happen? Disconnected. When disconnected from the entire knowledge generating system of God's revealed words, a child may become irrational, unwise, ungodly, bad, totally misguided person, TMP, and totally misguided manager, like an animal, a bad human being, is a curse for human society, totally unworthy and unacceptable to society. Their teacher is barking dog. They are barking on each other. This is ignorance. People's minds are fed up. I am a Sikh, I am a Hindu, I am a Shia, I am a Sunni, I am a Protestant, I am a Catholic, I am an Nirankari, I am a Kali, I am this, I am this. Why don't you realize we are all men of God? The creation of one God. We are all children of one God. God has created us all. Such a simple thing. Why people don't want to understand this? Why people want to resort to this, I am this, I am this, I am this, I am this, creating all sorts of things. You follow your religion. No problem. You follow whatever you want. But then realize that we are all one. We are all human beings. Do not kill each other. So this is the kind of thing. A child has 3 classrooms. Classroom number 1 is the home. Classroom number 2 is the school. Classroom number 3 is the society. Classroom number 1, home, is the first source of empowerment. Classroom number 2 is school, is the second source of empowerment. Classroom number 3 is the society, that's the third source of empowerment. 1, the home, the family that prays together, stays together. Here in this home, mother, father, brother and sister, they are all praying together. In this home, they have the book Gita, they have Quran, they have Bible, they have Guru Granth Sahib. This home is blessed by God and by all the manifestations of God. This kind of home we need today in the 21st century. The education for the 21st century must be different from that of today, that of the 20th century. In the 21st century, 20th century has been most brutal and murderous in human history. Let 21st be more humane. To make this 21st century more humane, let us teach our children, let us teach our families to have the respect for all the religions in our homes. Likewise, classroom number 2 is the second source of empowerment. A school is the lighthouse of society to provide meaningful education, spiritual direction, guidance and leadership to students, their parents and the society in general. In a school there should be classes going on, teaching going on, but at the same time prayer should also go on. Both the things are important. Teaching in the class and the prayer. Let us make every child both good and smart, a gift of God to mankind, a pride of human race and a potential light of the world. Knowledge, wisdom, spiritual perception, eloquent speech, universal values, global understanding, service to the world, excellence, all things. Should all these teachings be taught to the children? And classroom number 3, the society, the third source of empowerment. God is one. All the holy books, all the revealed books have come from one God. God of Muhammad, God of Krishna, God of Buddha, God of Nanak, God of Jesus is one. God of Zoroaster, God of Moses, God of Mahavir is one. Because there is only one God. God of Muhammad, the God of Krishna, or God of Buddha, they are not different gods. There is only one God. So all the holy books have come from one God. All the incarnations bring messages from only one and the same God. All people should pray together since there is only one God. We appeal to all the saints and seers to pray together since there is only one God. Law, order and justice are the urgent need of today's society. If there is no law, if there is no order, the society will go haywire and it will all be finished. Looking at the changing world scenario, the content of education for the 21st century must be different from that of the 20th century. It must broaden a child's perspective to globalism. So now the time has come to develop the child's perspective to globalism.
यह थे सिटी मॉन्टेसोरी स्कूल के संस्थापक प्रबंधक एवं प्रख्यात शिक्षाविद डॉक्टर जगदीश गांधी, जिनका मानना है आज मानव जाति को जय जगत के नारे को बुलंद करने की आवश्यकता है तथा विश्व में वास्तविक शांति लाने के लिए बच्चे ही सबसे सशक्त माध्यम हैं। डॉक्टर गांधी द्वारा शिक्षाप्रद आध्यात्मिक बातें इन प्रतिष्ठित चैनलों द्वारा नित्य प्रसारित की जाती हैं तथा रोजाना उनके विचार CMS FM रेडियो 90.4 मेगाहर्ट्ज से भी प्रसारित किए जाते हैं। छात्रों, शिक्षकों व अभिभावकों के मार्गदर्शन हेतु डॉक्टर जगदीश गांधी द्वारा लिखित पुस्तकें साहित्य भारती इंटरनेशनल, न्यूमन ग्रुप, 4C, अंसारी रोड, दरियागंज, नई दिल्ली 110002 से प्राप्त की जा सकती हैं। To heal the world with the power of Jai Jagat, City Montessori School since 1959 has been actively working to construct the defences of peace in the minds of students, for which CMS in the year 2002 was awarded with the UNESCO Prize for Peace Education. A Guinness World Record holder for being the largest city school in terms of number of students enrolled. CMS education revolves around the twin poles of godliness and globalism through 4 pillars of education, namely universal values, excellence in all things, global understanding, and service to humanity. It is no wonder that City Montessori School's Gomti Nagar first campus has been awarded first prize for academic reputation at all India level by the Education World magazine in its India School Rankings of 2015. It is also awarded first prize for being the best co-ed school in Lucknow as well as in Uttar Pradesh. CMS founder Dr. Jagdish Gandhi has been motivating parents and generations of good and smart children through holding special prayer assemblies and divine education conferences.
54 years ago, I started this school on 1st of July 1959. The kind of education that is being given to the children is only material. But I realized the man has 3 realities of life. Man is a material being, man is a human being, man is a divine being. He needs a balanced education of all the 3 realities of life. Therefore, I started this school with a mission to impart a balanced education to the children. Mahatma Gandhi said, I will not follow the beaten track. I follow this. I will create my own path. I have created my own path to bring about a change through education. Change the mindset of the children.
Please ring the bell. You for being the 283rd bell ringer in the world.
विश्व में शांति हो,
City Montessori School is preparing students to become the proactive agents of social transformation. Here is the procession of world parliamentarians, the students of CMS Gomtinagar First Campus, representing over 2 billion children of the world and the generations yet to be born. A group of students of CMS then made an appeal on behalf of world's over 2 billion children to free the human race from poverty and move towards sustainable human development.
Violence is the way of life. Today, when I see children going to school, studying happily, and returning home to loving parents, my heart is filled with longing. Can I and my brothers and sisters ever have what do you think is called a normal life? Can the children of Afghanistan ever have a normal childhood? Can the children of Afghanistan ever be safe and happy again?
It breaks my heart to share with you the events of a day in my life. It began like any other day. I had just settled my class of restive 11-year-olds and was about to distribute the question papers. We had a science test that day. Suddenly, there were shouts, screams, pandemonium, chaos. Yes, I am from Peshawar. I am haunted by the events of that terrible day. When many of my students were killed, a little bit of me died with them. Can this world be made safe for children? Can we ever have freedom from fear, from violence, from heartbreak?
Rocks and rubble are the only things that are left of what was once my beautiful country. Are you talking of schools? The children out there would be happy if they were to get one meal a day, see their family alive and unhurt. Perhaps you think that I come from Syria. No, I am a refugee from Syria. No home, no family, no country, no hope.
It was a cultural festival in my school. I was participating in the school play for the first time. My father had promised to be home for that occasion. He did come home, but not the way he usually did. Laughing and joking, but silent and still. Wrapped up in the flag of my country. No, I'm not from a war-ravished country. I am from a country where peace prevails. I am from India. But my father was stationed at Uri and was killed in his sleep. Do you know what it is like to grow up without a father? That's what I'm finding out now.
They then gathered to conduct the World Judiciary Summit, raising problems of United Nations efforts to build a better world, the urgent need for a world parliament.
We welcome you all to the special session of the World Parliament, convened as an initiative by nearly 53,000 children of the world's largest school, City Montessori School, Lucknow, India, on behalf of over 450 million children of India, over 2 billion children of the world, and the generations yet to be born.
Over 7 decades ago, in 1945, Sir Winston Churchill, the Prime Minister of Britain, said, "Unless we establish a world government, it will not be possible for us to avert World War III." 46 years later, Mikhail Gorbachev, the erstwhile president of USSR, regretted the world's failure to act upon Churchill's advice by saying, "The world, which had already established the United Nations, was faced with the unique opportunity to change the course of world development, fundamentally altering in it the role of force and of war. And of course, it depended to a decisive degree on the Soviet Union and the USA to act upon it." He further said, the USSR and the US missed that chance to initiate a world order different from that which prevailed before the war. Member nations, this parliament is now open for discussion. Member nation Brazil, you may give your opening speech.
It has been 71 years since Churchill, the Prime Minister of the then strongest nation in the world, felt the need of a world government, and 24 years since Gorbachev regretted the fact that the world had missed that chance. Since then, the situation of the world has become far more scary and dangerous, with the rise of proxy wars and lone wolf attacks, which have exposed the helplessness of national governments in protecting their citizens, even in the most developed countries, which were once considered to be unassailable. Thank you.
Yes, Member Nation Ukraine, you may have the floor.
Thank you, Speaker, sir. A recent and dangerous situation to arise is the cold-blooded mass murder of children in the most vulnerable of places, such as schools, with people dying of wars, terrorism, religious fundamentalism, poverty, extreme environmental events, and other problems. Children have become the worst sufferers.
Thank you, Member Nation Ukraine. No country alone can resolve these issues. To tackle these issues of grave importance and to ensure a safe and secure future for the world's children and generations yet to be born, a concerted action is required by all the countries of the world.
I would like to acknowledge the good work of the United Nations, which has been and is delivering human service to humanity through its various arms like WHO, UNESCO, UNICEF, WFO, ILO, World Bank, etc. Although its role has remained limited mainly to brokering and maintaining peace and ensuring availability of medical and other supplies necessary for survival in the affected areas of the world, it has, nonetheless, in its 72 years of existence, greatly contributed to humanity.
Honorable Mr. Justice A.P. Mishra, former Judge, Supreme Court of India and Chairman Reception Committee of the Conference, in his welcome address said,
"The earth is trembling with violence, but this is seat of place where we are talking of peace and love. And there can't be more nobility than the subject on which this conference is called. And the cream of global judiciary is here today to dwell upon the spirit of Article 51 of the Constitution of India. Is a constitution in substance, is a constitution for peace and love on earth. I will tell you what is happening on earth today. We are talking of peace. The greatest thing which we are witnessing today People may be feeling this conference is going on year after year for the last 17 years, but the tentacles of peace and love is spreading globally, which is resulting into the presence of so many dignitaries in this conference. And I have no hesitation, their deliberations in the conference, their presence in the conference, and thereafter, when they depart from this conference, when they go to their own countries, spreading this message of this Article 51 for the greater harmony and peace will be the great achievement for this conference itself.
शिक्षात्मक सांस्कृतिक कार्यक्रम एवं चिंतन हेतु विश्व एकता सत्संग में आप सभी सपरिवार सादर आमंत्रित हैं।